The GDP growth rate has remained modest, declining to 3.1% in 2022 from 3.4% in 2021 and further dropping to 2.5% in the second quarter of 2023. The projection for 2023 stands at 2.9%. Despite this, the non-oil sector continues to be the main driver of growth, expanding by 3.58% in the second quarter of 2023 compared to 2.77% in the first quarter. This growth is attributed to the services, agriculture, and industrial sectors, which contributed 4.2%, 1.94%, and 1.50% respectively to overall output growth in the second quarter of 2023. Looking ahead, a growth rate of 2.36% is expected in the third quarter of 2023, with an anticipated increase of 3.9% in the fourth quarter as various reforms take effect. Distinguished guests, the domestic factors affecting Nigeria's economic performance span a wide range, encompassing both social and economic aspects. Insecurity remains a pressing issue, affecting the agricultural, industrial, and services sectors simultaneously. The persistently high levels of insecurity have resulted in decreased national output and productivity, as many farmers have been unable to access their farmlands, disrupting supply chains and major economic activities. This, not surprisingly, has led to food shortages and inflation in various parts of the country. Infrastructure constraints also pose significant challenges, undermining the production chain and distribution network of goods and services. Additionally, issues such as business bottlenecks and a culture of poor service delivery, particularly within the public sector, further hinder the fortunes of the Nigerian economy. Addressing these challenges requires a well-crafted structural policy complemented by coordinated monetary and fiscal policies. Permit me, at this juncture, to further recognize the Honorable Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Mr. Olawale Edu, who also emerged from the banking industry and with whom we are collaborating with on these critical issues on a continuous and regular basis. A thorough assessment of the economy reveals significant challenges, including high and rising inflation, inadequate foreign exchange supply, depreciation of the exchange rates, limited external reserves, weakened output, and high unemployment. These challenges have led to increased interest rate, discouraging investment in productive activities. Within the banking system, high inflation has affected asset quality and solvency ratios. Additionally, the persistent depreciation of the naira poses a significant risk for domestic banks with foreign exchange exposures. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I understand that many of you have concerns about the current state of our economy. And I'm sure when I was reading the whole myriad of problems facing our economy, you must have been saying to yourself, well, we know, but what are you going to do about it? I want to assure you that while it is indeed a formidable challenge, it is not insurmountable. With the right policy measures, we can overcome these obstacles and pave the way for progress and prosperity. I'm confident and optimistic that by taking appropriate corrective actions and strategic steps, we can restore macroeconomic stability and address fundamental flaws. The removal of petrol subsidy and the adoption of a floating exchange rate, among other government policies, are anticipated to have positive effects on the economy in the medium term. These measures are expected to enhance investor confidence, attract capital inflows, stimulate domestic investment, and ultimately improve the level of external reserves. Additionally, they are expected to contribute to the stabilization of the domestic currency. Indeed, despite the challenging global and domestic macroeconomic environment, Nigeria's financial sector has demonstrated resilience in 2023. With key indications of financial soundness largely meeting regulatory benchmarks. Stress tests conducted on the banking industry also indicates its strength under mild to moderate scenarios of sustained economic and financial stress. Although there's room for further strengthening and enhancing resilience to shocks. Therefore, there's still much to be done in fortifying the industry for future challenges, a topic that I will delve into later in my address. In my recent speech at the 370th Bankers Committee meeting, I highlighted the economic agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration. The administration, as outlined in the widely circulated Policy Advisory Council report on the national economy earlier this year, has set an ambitious goal of achieving a GDP of $1 trillion over the next 7 years, with clearly defined priority areas and strategies. Attaining this substantial target necessitates sustainable and inclusive economic growth at a significantly higher pace than current levels. The administration, as we know, has already commenced this journey through fiscal reforms. Esteemed guests, considering the policy imperatives and the projected economic growth, it is crucial for us to evaluate the adequacy of our banking industry to serve the envisioned larger economy. It is not just about the stability of the financial system in the present moment, as we have already established that the current assessment shows stability. However, we need to ask ourselves, will Nigerian banks have sufficient capital relative to the finance system's needs in servicing a $1 trillion economy in the near future? In my opinion, the answer is no, unless we take action. Therefore, we must make difficult decisions regarding capital adequacy. As the first steps, the central bank will be directing banks to increase their capital.
We sure hope you enjoyed this video. For more entertaining video content such as behind the scenes of music videos and movies, music concerts, premieres, interviews, and exclusive gists, subscribe now to our YouTube channel GoldmyneTV and be unleashed into a world of super excitement.